Righty, and welcome in, folks. Here tonight, TLU women's basketball taking on the St. Thomas Celts. I'm Chris Jones here with
Justin Simmons. Good to have you, Chris.
Absolutely. And excited to bring you a good matchup here. Preseason poll, St. Thomas pick number 3, so good battle here atop the conference. St. Thomas coming into this one today, 11-4, 4-3 in SCAC play. And if you want to go ahead and take away the starters, get things going here.
Definitely so. TLU lining up with Calista Perez alongside Hannah Gallegos. Lauren Sansano just 15 points away from the 1,000-point mark, and Sarai Jones alongside Daviana Jones. No relation. Starting 5 for head coach Troy Patterson in his 5th season at the helm. For the Celts, Amaya Bowie is going to be the one that you're going to be looking out for wearing the number 10 here tonight. Kenna Gibson, Brana Asia Brazelton alongside Macy Whitfield and Jada Morris. The starting 5 for Mansa L in her 3rd season at the helm.
Definitely remember Amaya Bowie. Been around for a long time. Seen her over the years and see her command her team here today. Bulldogs stack alignment, baseline out of bounds. A lob in. Sarai Jones lines it up, in and out. Corralled by the Celts.
It's going to be a tough matchup. TLU getting some love from the coaches poll. They're receiving those votes. St. Thomas, also trying to play their way in for an at-large tournament bid in what is a stacked division in the SCAC.
And that one well off the mark there for the Celts. Whitfield trying to connect on the post-up. Bulldogs back into that horn set. Seen that a lot here in conference play. Little back screen. Jones to Jones.
8 on the shot clock here.
Bit of a dead possession here. Bulldogs need to get a look. Daviana Jones, that one strong. Oh, board, Hannah Gallegos. Sansano will corral it. Head ball.
Yeah, trying to establish some half-court offense here with 10 on the shot clock. Sansano, though, can make it herself. You knew that was going to happen.
Bulldogs sticking with that dribble drive, space the floor, and let their guards with pace get downhill. And Sansano collects her first two of the game.
Yeah, that will open up this lead 2-0.
Drive short off the front of the rim. Bulldogs in transition. Long over the head pass. Gallegos off the mark. Jones on the O-board. She gets hammered. That ball tied up. St. Thomas will end up with it. And Gallegos will pick up the foul.
Yeah, a lot of chaos going on here early on.
Great pass up the floor there from Perez, but Gallegos just couldn't come to a clean stop there. And do expect a little bit of man-to-man here. Might see some 1-2-2. Typically something TLU goes to. They will dribble drive, little dump off, and very quickly another foul on Gallegos. That is her 2nd personal.
Yeah, St. Thomas and Bowie, we talked about it before. Leading scorer on this team, so she forces the issue and makes something happen. And that might result in some free points here from the line. Curse of the commentator, I'm afraid.
Whitfield in and out. And we will most likely see Noe Agel take the place of Gallegos. Agel kind of known for being the defensive anchor at the guard position as Whitfield connects on the 2nd. So 2-1 here. Bulldogs still looking to get things going early. We will see some full court pressure from the Celts. Jones will take care of it. Perez, transition. She'll bounce out. Swing. Sansano, quick trigger. In and out. Tipped out. Sansano, the O-board. Jones with the mismatch inside. Good pass in. Drop step. Hook. No good. Agel O-board. Bulldogs turn it over underneath the basket. She can't quite grab that one.
Yeah, tough break there. Good offense that just didn't result in the shot going in.
Good transition offense there from the Celts. Quick pass up the floor allows Kenna Gibson to find her rhythm, knock down her first three-pointer of the night. So 2-4 now, St. Thomas ahead.
Yeah, nicely played. Working it in, going outside, led to the wide open corner three. And late on rotation, defensively.
Bulldogs into their Princeton set. That is not there. Perez trying to force it. And haven't seen much of that Princeton offense this year from the girls, but used it many times before. A little floater in and out. Board by Jones. Bulldogs looking in transition.
Nothing wrong with trying to add different offensive sets later on in the season to try to keep teams guessing, but this time they just go old school and still come up a little short.
Sansano with the deflection. We will see some subs. St. Thomas's number 6, Cameron Goodman, and number 40, Yasmin Ali.
Yeah, still in the first quarter of play, about midway through it. 4-2 our score. Visitors ahead. Breaking off Bowie.
And Ali, quick trigger. That looked good, but a little bit short off the front. That will be deflected out of bounds. TLU basketball.
Oh, what a pass.
Jones can't quite grab it. Jones saves it. Back to Sarai Jones. She'll go strong this time, and that's good.
But that initial pass, I mean, I never thought I would say this, but looking like Sam Darnold getting ready to play in the Super Bowl with that
Absolutely.
accuracy.
And here comes that patented 1-2-2 Bulldogs pressure. Sansano on her heels. Kick out. Short off the front. board for the shooter. Strong drive. Whitfield trying to get it. No good. Sansano to the board. And Sansano picks up the rebound. And she had a triple-double 3 weekends ago, I believe against Ozarks, if my memory serves me. And Lauren Sansano can do it all for the Bulldogs. She'll get downhill. Tough drive. Board again. She's fouled. Foul going on Celts number 10, Amaya Bowie. And just the persistence from Sansano, I sit here and say it all day. Just a complete player for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, she has been all season. And that's why, she's just on the outside looking in at 1,000 career points. Only the third ever triple-double at the NCAA level for the Bulldogs. I know you're a youngster, but back in the day, this used to be an NAI school way back before I was born. So,
Absolutely.
It's a long lineage of great players that have come across here in Seguin at Texas Lutheran.
I was very lucky, we got on the men's side to spend some years with Coach Steve Porter, 73-77, and he will tell you all about it. Noe Angel on the steal. Little drive, throwback, Brisky, long two. It's good, the freshman. And she's coming off a great weekend. And timeout, St. Thomas.
Yeah, just a toe on the line, but a big two there for TLU to get some momentum going into that timeout as we're midway through this first quarter of play. And TLU with the lead, 9-4.
We will be right back. So out of the timeout. Celts stay with that dribble drive, but turnover from Alley. We will see a substitution. Macy Whitfield back in for Alley. St. Thomas will stay in the press.
Coach L not happy with the execution on that last play, as we have a great seat up here in the little perch area above the sidelines. It's a 4-point difference between the home team, your Bulldogs, and the visitors from Houston, as the Celts dressed in the all-black here tonight.
Agel downhill looking. Jones comes over. Dead ball, cutting. Daviana Jones can't corral it.
Yeah, she lost it right outside on the baseline. And I think that was just a word of caution there for Jones, slamming the ball down after it went out of play from the official. We saw it during the men's game, a couple of technical fouls called, so you just never know when those may persist.
St. Thomas stays in the dribble drive. Late switch, open three, and that is good. This time it's Cameron Goodman.
And easy offense, as it was just a little two-man game that led to that open look for three. TLU still with the 1-point lead here in the first quarter of play.
Couple of pitches. Jones, three-pointer off the back iron. Right back to her. Little handoff. Agel has Jones down low. Agel will drive off the seal. Errant pass. Leads to transition. Celts 2-on-1. Goodman in and out. And Bulldogs will pick up the foul.
And it's going to be a foul on Jones as Daviana came and made leg-to-leg contact. Good hustle from Sarai. And she was diving all over the place trying to keep control. But this is a good opportunity for the visitors to take the lead on this possession.
So we will see Laura Jones in for the Celts alongside Lauren Sansano in for the Bulldogs. Will pass down, denied. Sarai Jones with the block.
Yeah, great timing to get it right at the apex. It's the offense that needs to find some rhythm here for TLU.
Sansano downhill. Oh my goodness.
Now the foul's going to be called on the drive. But great pass. Just an excellent delivery.
Saw the help off from the low post. And an easy dump off right there. A little bit of flash to it.
Yeah, what with the no look behind the back or behind the head pass on the dump off? And I mean, that's not an everyday play for most players.
Absolutely not. So Bulldogs baseline out of bounds. Jaden Trevino coming in, trying to lob it into Jones. I thought that might have been deflected, but that will get away from TLU.
Yeah, that could go a myriad of ways, but it's going to belong to the Celts.
So we will see Emmy St. Laurent check in for Daviana Jones. And Bulldogs need to get their rhythm going here offensively. Bit of a slow start by their standards. So dribble drive, 3 out, 2 in for the Celts. Downhill attack, trying to challenge Agel. Pansano is ready. Pass ahead, Jones spinning. She'll connect. 10-7 TLU. Great patience, great control there from Sarai Jones to score in transition.
Yeah, high IQ finish, too, knowing that the defender was still close by to be a real hazard.
And that, very close, but no call. Jones trying to take a charge there.
Yeah, Jones versus Jones there. And it's Laura Jones that comes away with the 2 points. TLU up by 1. Final 2 minutes of the first quarter, and a little miscommunication there on the sideline. How difficult is that to happen sometimes in the middle of a game where you think that your teammate's going to go one way and you end up going the other?
Oh, absolutely. You know, and general rule of thumb is, you know, that coaches will tell you don't dance. You know, whatever you're going to do it. Don't change it up. And gets away. Nice hesitation and one. And that is Amaya Bowie on the score.
Yeah, as good as advertised. Knew that she was going to be a factor as soon as she got going in this game, and it just took a little while. But now this is a real chance for her to get into the groove as Jones comes back in. So Jones for Jones replacement for the Bulldogs. A lot of Joneses on this court today.
And even up here, I happen to be a Jones
yeah,
myself.
you as well, man.
So Maya Bowie will make that free throw, giving St. Thomas the 2-point edge, 10-12 here, 1:55 to go in the first.
Looks like it's a man-to-man defense picked up all the way through. No, never mind. 2-3 zone. Didn't matter.
St. Thomas quick on the inbounds, looking to go in transition.
2 points closer for Sansano to 1,000 career points with that last two.
Bowie takes a three. Off left. Bulldogs control the glass.
Tied at 12.
Looking to post. Horns action called. Sansano looking. Angel thought about it. Tries to whip it over. Somehow ends up into the hands of St. Laurent. She is mowed over. That will only be St. Thomas's third team foul, so no bonus yet. Substitution coming for the Celts. Nora Egberdian. And Allie will take a seat. Bulldogs, nothing. Throw it in. St. Laurent, strong. Jaden Trevino, corner three. Over the rim. And who else but Sansano on the O board in the putback.
Right place, right time for the offensive rebound and putback. Sansano, another two, has 4 in the last 2 possessions. And TLU with a 2-point lead here in the final minute of play.
Macy Whitman taking a three. Sansano rebound again. She'll run. She'll take it all the way. Little pitch back. Daviana Jones, three-pointer in and out. Jaden Trevino trying to clean up the O glass, but nothing for the Bulldogs. Celts now in transition. And Bowie guarded by Sansano.
There's a 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock here.
Drive coming. Angel will stay down. Little fadeaway from number 6, Goodman.
Yeah, not an easy shot to finish. 6 seconds on the game clock to get the shot off for the Bulldogs.
And Sano trying to draw contact up and under, but off the mark. So we will end the first quarter tied up at 14. And, dominated by the 2 players, Sansano and Bowie. And both teams going to talk things over, look to get it going. And we will be right back in the second quarter.
Yes, back here on Flow College Hoops.
Flow Sports has changed the game. We created the essential destination NCAA fans deserve. Together, Flow College and NCAA conferences, institutions, and teams have taken all collegiate sports to the next level.
Oh my goodness! Back to Jones. She lets it fly from deep, and she buries it. Oh, a wraparound. He's got some speed down the sideline. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
The new collegiate record belongs to Parker Valby.
In front, Stockfish, offload shot, score!
Smith taking 3.
That is crushed.
It's a touchdown!
And out of the timeout, St. Thomas will have the inbounds with the possession. And Bowie trying to get downhill. Deep penetration. Laura Jones off the mark, corner 3.
Well, you noted it during the break as we're here in the second quarter now, 14 all. Sansano just needs 7 more points to reach 1,000. Daviana Jones on her way to the rack and scores.
And great rip off the elbow there. Strong drive and 2 points for Jones.
Yeah, I'd like to see that more often as the game of basketball has progressed. A lot of shooters, they tend to settle for some long shots, try to face up, but I feel like driving to the hoop has been the lost art, and I'm glad to see it there.
Dangerous screen there from the Celts. They'll go high-low, trying to attack Jones off the mark. Sansano looking. Bulldogs will go back.
So
They'll go to the
Sansano,
low post. Little poke there from Goodman. We will see a sub now for the Celts.
and it's going to be Jaden Morris who checks in. Sansano leading the way, 8 points, 5 rebounds in this contest so far. And as for the Celts, it's Cameron Goodman, 5 points scored in the contest so far.
So, little post-to-post screen, looking to get the slip over the top. Jones, pass a bit long, intended for Daviana Jones.
Yeah, the touch pass, it can be difficult to hit. I mean, that's why the guys in the NFL make all that money, is to put it right on the spot, you know, and that's one of those over-the-shoulder passes that's hard to place, especially in the middle of a game.
Absolutely, and one of those is Goodman with another three-pointer.
Now has 8 in this game, this Cameron Goodman. And that gives the visitors the lead for the first time in the second quarter, 17-16.
Bulldogs will go right inside. Daviana Jones challenging the smaller defender. She'll spin and score.
Yeah, that was good offensive placement, utilizing her body and feeling out where the defender was, and just went ahead and spun the opposite direction.
The post defender got to work a little bit harder to deter that pass there. Can't get buried behind. Double screen for Goodman, broken up by Sansano, and we will see. Strong drive, she's fouled, tripped up. But foul there on Bowie, and I believe that is her second.
Yeah, you can hear the Celts fans, the visitors that made the trip here to Seguin, not exactly agreeing with the call, but we knew that this game was going to be physical. As both teams, you know, they're right on the outside looking in, as only the top 3 teams in the divisions make the playoffs. And St. Thomas just right outside of it, you know, right behind McMurray, Texas Lutheran. Right now, perfect in conference play at 7-0. Sansano with another point, make it another 2, so another step closer to 1,000.
She is now just 5 points shy of the mark.
More importantly, that puts TLU back in front, 26-17. Here in the second quarter of play.
On the drive, gets the angle. Offensive foul on the rebound. This time it'll be Macy Whitfield. We will see 2 subs now. And that is number 13, Kenna Gibson, and number 40, Yasmin Ali. Ali, please forgive me. So Sansano now bringing it up.
Half-court pickup here from the Celts.
Good drive from Angel, making the defender dance. Little face guard pressure up on Sansano. Bulldogs need to clear. Oh, and Sansano, she'll take the three-pointer. Make that career 998. Back down the other side. Goodman, contested three-pointer, no good. Jones will secure it. Now Sansano looking. Bulldogs ahead by 6. Looking to target. Clear out. Trying to get Bowie to foul. Noe Angel in and out. Sansano, oh, board. Tips it to Perez. One more pass. Sorry, Jones. That patented two-pointer. No good. Great extra pass from Daviana Jones, but not quite enough there.
A lot of opportunities to score. Sometimes the ball just isn't falling down the cylinder.
Jones giving up the 3 to Alley. Transition pass, little lob pass. Noe Angel, the speed, the foul.
Perfect placement on the lob ahead, so the runner didn't have to break her stride for AJL.
And the foul will go there on St. Thomas's number 13, Kenna Gibson. And I'm not sure how familiar you are with TLU women's soccer, but Noe Angel also anchors the women's soccer defense.
Yeah, I can't say I'm too familiar with every player on the roster necessarily. This is my first look at them live, but I know a lot of dual athletes on this team that play in golf, volleyball, and soccer.
And, you know, Angel ended up being the conference
Defender of the Year.
Defensive Player of the Year and has a chance to do it in both sports. But the hardest thing for her to win it is going to be her own teammate, Callista Perez. And even Sansano.
Yeah, not a bad problem to have, though, you know? That's a good problem to have when you have so many defenders that can vie for the top spot in the conference. Lane violation on the early leave, so we'll get a redo on the free throw here.
And I believe that was on Bowie. You know, the rule states can't go below the free throw line extended, and she kind of crept down towards that left wing. This time the free throw good for Angel. So 24-17 TLU advantage. Little 5-out set. Down screen slip into the corner. Alley. Air ball. Now Sansano looking to go.
Yeah, Allie just hasn't found the groove out there. That's the second corner three that's been wide open this second quarter for her.
Into Jones. Jones trying to work, and she'll get two. Easy assist there for Sansano. Timeout, St. Thomas.
Yeah, great finish, though. Just kind of cut right in front of the defender, and it was an easy lay-in to do the rest. 26-17, 9-point lead for TLU going into the timeout.
Coach L fired up at her team, looking to get things going, but we will take media-ish timeout, and we will be right back. So out of the timeout here, Bulldogs still ahead by 9. We will look to get things going. St. Thomas shooting just 6 for 22 from the field compared to TLU's 10 for 26. And, you know, not good when you're not getting as many shots and not making as many. So Celts will go back to that 5-out. A little down screen, pop, thought about it. Drive up to the top by St. Laurent, and Whitfield just throws it up there. No good. Sansano now in transition.
You got to give credit where credit is due, though. Texas Lutheran has really caused some issues defensively for them. But there have been some good looks from long distance that just haven't fallen.
Pass in right there. Noe Angel into Jones. Sorry, Daviana Jones creeping up on 10 points here. Little slip there, no way. That taken away. Perez now in transition. Bulldogs.
And I heard that they're bringing NCAA women's flag football here soon. I think Sansano might have a position at defensive back as well if she wants that.
Angel trying to force there to get Bowie her third. No good. Angel will take it away right underneath.
That's out of bounds on the baseline now?
A kick ball on the baseline. Not sure who on.
It looks like it's going to be out on TLU. I thought it was Bowie who touched the ball on the baseline, but regardless, it's going to be TLU basketball.
I believe it did go on Bowie. Little curl action into Angel. Noe Angel will finish. That is now 30-17 TLU advantage.
And those were good runs in between the screens, just rubbed right off of them, didn't give the defender a chance to clear.
And Bowie spinning. Jones could have got called for a foul there. Sansano in transition. She's thinking about it. She'll launch. Lauren Sansano for 1,000. Timeout Bulldogs. And that is Lauren Sansano's 1,000th career point. And what a mark for the senior. And what better way to go for it than that pull-up transition three.
It had to be. The way that she had been playing here tonight, she's been on fire. It is fitting that the one that sends her over 1,000 career points comes from behind the three-point line. And that really helping outpace the Celts here tonight as TLU leads 33-17. Well, what a phenomenal individual performance for her career, and here for it to kind of be like the icing on the cake of how good her career has been.
Absolutely. And don't expect her to let off either. You know, she will continue to play her guts out for the rest of the game. And look at her, she's smiling, she knows it. What an exciting moment for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and you know, I think that also allows her kind of play with more relaxedness in this game as well. I know that a lot of, you know, just like yourself, a lot of you players, you don't focus too much on the individual aspects, but it is there in the back of your mind.
Oh, absolutely. And of everybody I know, Lauren might be the most not like that. Jones will take care of it, pitch it over to Perez.
But, you know, you can just feel it. Like, there's like an air tension. It's like, oh, man, you get that point, you get to that level, now you can kind of settle back in and just do your thing.
Absolutely. Bulldogs into the flash action. St. Laurent will be called for the travel. We will see a sub. So this time, Sarai Jones in for St. Laurent. And Bulldogs go to the flash action quite a bit, typically for Jones, as she is a face-up threat at all times, especially kind of in that elbow-ish area. So St. Thomas now trying to claw their way back in. Pass through the hands of Jones. Laura Jones. Board. And kind of an ugly possession there, but Celts will find the bottom of the net.
Might not be the most ideal, but effective none the least for the Celts there. 33-19 here in the second quarter of play. 3:35 remains as TLU has the lead.
Now Perez trying to dance over to Jones. Her patented long two rolls out. Daviana Jones will be fouled trying to grab the rebound. That one will go on Nora Agberdion.
That's the fourth team foul on the Celts. One more will put TLU at the bonus and at the free throw line. And with 3:22 left in this game, or at least in this half, that would bode extremely well for the Bulldogs.
So Angel faces up, trying to drive into Jones. Good pass and one. Daviana Jones will go to the line. Great strong move. Drop step, uses her feet so well.
It all started from the initial body positioning down low for Jones, though. She's done really well using her body, making space, and you just need enough to get that daylight to get through and to have the concentration to finish through the physicality well executed.
She will miss the free throw. Now transition, lobbing pass. Blocked by Sansano. Board from Sarai Jones. Now Angel will go. Transition. Pass ahead to Perez into some traffic. And Lauren Sansano will look. Trying to beat Jones off the dribble. Face up. Perez on the cut. Can't quite finish that one.
Yeah, but great idea. Well read by the TLU offense. The shot was there. The finish just wasn't.
Fade away from Goodman, no good. And I thought she should have just shot it herself. Pivoted, had some space, but trying to make the play for her teammate.
I was just surprised that she went so early into the shot clock.
Good drive behind the back, reverse layup, no good. And stolen away, but foul called.
Yeah, it's going to be on Sarai Jones. That was a clean swipe, though. She was riding right on the hip, and that's going to be a whistle every time.
We will see some subs. That is Jessie Teresa Brisky checking in for Callie Perez. And my goodness, if Sansano would have made that one happen. Had the whole football team on their feet, standing up.
Definitely was one for the highlight reel had that one gone in behind the back, reverse lay-in finish. That is not an everyday player move, that's for sure. Only the special ones can finish like that.
And Allie will look, no good. Bulldogs deflect it out of bounds.
My concern is, though, defensively for the Bulldogs is that they are allowing the Celts to get some good looks from three. At some point, you feel that they're going to start to go in.
Oh, and the official getting Sansano on the back tap. I cannot believe it.
The official was looking at her in the entire way. She was just waiting for that one moment and blew the whistle.
And, you know, as an official, that's an easy way kind of even up your foul count just a little bit. Good pressure from the Bulldogs. Now, Bowie will try and attack Angel, and Angel sticks on her. 3 seconds, travel, something. Ball will go the other way.
Yeah, the defense just calling all sorts of discombobulation for the Celts here offensively. They have not been able to get into their half-court set. They've been rushing shots.
So 35-19 TLU, just inside 2 minutes to go here in the second. They will space the floor out and let Sansano go to work. Handoff, Angel turns the corner, dump off Jones. Good hands there from Bowie as she takes it away. Bowie trying to run. She'll drive, skip pass. 1-2 dribbles into the paint. Jones trying to draw the charge, no call. Now Angel in transition. Euro step, Angel will throw it up there, can't finish.
Good idea, though.
Now Brisky trying to take the ball. Ali, the three, no good. Brisky trying to get the rebound. Jump ball. And that'll be Texas Lutheran basketball.
Yeah, I want to say that Yasmin Ali probably about 0 for 5 from behind the three-point line. But the ball keeps on getting closer to the target. At some point, you just feel that those threes are going to start to drop in. Shooting from behind, from downtown has not been a strong suit for the Celts in this contest as a team.
Jones trying to probe, step back two-pointer, it's good. And that is Sarai Jones's go-to move right there. She'll connect, 37-19. Now Brisky on Bowie. Brisky gets by her hip, kick. Charge drawn, Sansano. And you know the Bulldogs were bound to get one. That is Bowie's third foul.
Here in the
She's
second,
frustrated.
Yeah, here in the second quarter, Texas Lutheran has just taken St. Thomas out of their offensive rhythm completely and looking at possibly taking a 20-point lead into the half here on this possession. Look at Sansano go.
Trying to dump it off. Celts over to make the play. Transition, Goodman.
Shot clock
Pass
turned
ahead. Jones, little forearm into the back, and she will draw a foul.
But it's really been a true two-way basketball here, defensively and offensively.
And that's, been a staple of this TLU program, Even on nights where they can't find it offensively, their defense allows them to win so many tough games.
But right now, it's been a death by 1,000 paper cuts as everything just kind of adding up in favor of TLU. They get a stop, come back, get a score, get another stop, have a missed shot, come back, get another score. And the points kept on stacking up. Still a 17-point lead. Could be down to 16 here. And it is, but still with 21.4 seconds left, an opportunity to be up 18 going into the half with the shot clock turned off.
Bulldogs subbing their shooters. Got Brisky, Trevino, Sansano, and Jones, probably their four best. St. Thomas will stay in the press. Jones, dangerous pass to Brisky, foul called on Ali.
Yeah, and sent you to the free throw line. That's over 5 team fouls for the Celts, so we go to the bonus. And this is an automatic shooting 2 situation.
We will see Brisky at the free throw line, hit that long jump shot earlier. We will see a sub. Lauren Sierra will take Sarai Jones.
For Brisky, not a lot of experience from the free throw line this season. 3 of 6, 50%.
Off right on the first.
How much different are those practice free throws to the in-game free throws?
Quite
Chris?
a bit. Quite a bit different. But she will take another one, and she'll connect. So 4 for 8 for her.
Yeah, just right at the season average. 16 seconds left. It's 38-21. TLU leads.
Bulldogs don't want to give one up here. Sansano working dead ball. Ali, she'll launch. This time it's good. Jaden Trevino now, she wants it. She can shoot from out there. She'll throw it off a bit strong. And Bulldogs, a little bit of a lack of effort there, lack of communication, allows that late three-pointer to cut it down to 14.
And we talked about it before that Ali, she had been missing like 0 of 5, but eventually one of those was going to fall, and it did there, and that gives the visitors a little bit of breathing as they go into the half, but still down 14 thanks to a great offensive output, but more so a great defensive showing here from TLU in the first half of play.
Absolutely, and only giving up 24 points and a half. You can never complain. Bulldogs always going to be happy with that effort. And so important as they go talk things over, you know, I'm sure they're going to have keeping Bowie in foul trouble at the top of the list and, you know, keep her off the floor and continue to do what they do. And I think the Bulldogs are going to see a good result. So with all that, we will be right back bringing you the second half here on Flow. We will be right back.
Here you go, man.
Flow Sports has changed the game. We created the essential destination NCAA fans deserve. Together, Flow College and NCAA conferences, institutions, and teams have taken all collegiate sports to the next level.
Oh my goodness! Back to Jones. She lets it fly from deep, and she buries it. Oh, a wraparound. He's got some speed down the sideline. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
The new collegiate record belongs to Parker Valby.
King in front, Stockfish, offload shot, score!
Smith making three. That is crushed.
It's a touchdown!
I chose TLU because I like the one-on-one that I get with my professors.
Being able to talk to all the professors one-on-one, they were definitely helpful in deciding like what I can do with my degree and then how to get into those different fields.
I liked the tour of the campus. Like I liked seeing how everything was really close together. Our classes now from like first year and second year are all in the lab, so we have our own like space that we can go to for studying.
Well, I chose TLU because I had met some people who were in the program and they told me some good things about it. It's a smaller school, so I feel like I was going to get more of that one-on-one type of learning.
I get to, you know, be more hands-on with patients and more engaged with my preceptors and my professors and my classmates as well.
More than dream of a better world. Make it happen with a TLU degree. Texas Lutheran University provides one-on-one opportunities for students to build their college resumes. As freshmen and sophomores, our students are already performing research with a professor, presenting at conferences, and building their portfolios to apply for graduate schools and professional health programs. The world needs you. Answer your calling. TLU. Learn boldly. Live to inspire. Learn more at tlu.edu.
Students, if you are in attendance and hear your name called, please walk down to the floor to be recognized and receive your flowers. Darnell Horton. Xavier Simpson. Chris Carey. Jalen Nichols. Andrew Christian. Mariah Williams. Terry Barnes. Brianna Salvatierra Moore. Nadia Dunn. Tracy Scott. Sophia Houston. Tyler Littleton. Micah Cassett. Zeke Williams. Trevor Hardy, Cole Thompson, A.K. Augustine, Marvin Ferris, Malia Harper, Trevon Woodley, K.J. Zito, DJ Johnson, Chris Medeiros, Christian Pierre, and Xavier Durham. Thank you, students, for your active achievements and for proudly representing TLU in the classroom as well as on the field and on the court. Let's give all of our student athletes a round of applause.
All right. Man, you're a machine, dude. I don't know how you do it. You're like fantastic. I see you just juggling so many hats.
They keep me busy, don't they?
Yeah, but you hype everybody else around you too, man. Like your energy makes everybody else energetic.
That's the plan, man. Like I tell them all the time, I did my 4 years. It's not about me. Hey, thank you.
I'm here with Coach Patterson right now at half. Currently, you guys are up. It is 38-24, and you guys had a little bit of a slow start. But once your girls really started getting that momentum and kind of getting in there, offensively especially, was just you could really see kind of like the gap start to kind of gain. So how are you kind of wanting to continue that for next half?
Well, we're hoping that we can have greater energy than them. I think they started out with a lot more energy than us. We matched it, moving forward. And if we can continue that, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, and then also, granted, your girls have been doing great defensively, but this team is very good at turnovers. They're first in conference, and they also have a lot of steals. They're second in SCAC right now. So kind of how are you wanting to, you've done well navigating and getting quite a few steals yourself and turnovers yourself. How are you wanting to continue that on your defensive kind of front?
Well, we have something we call controlled aggression. We want to be aggressive. We want to take care of the ball. Attacking the team and turning the ball over, it doesn't help us at all. So we work really hard to try to maintain, possession of the ball as much as possible.
Well, thank you, Coach, and good luck second half, and make sure to stay tuned.
More than dream of a better world. Make it happen with a TLU degree. Texas Lutheran University provides one-on-one opportunities for students to build their college resumes. As freshmen and sophomores, our students are already performing research with a professor, presenting at conferences, and building their portfolios to apply for graduate schools and professional health programs. The world needs you. Answer your calling. TLU. Learn boldly. Live to inspire. Learn more at tlu.edu.
As an MAT student, you are an athletic trainer, and I think that's something really cool that we get to experience.
We're pretty hands-on. Anything that our preceptor asks us to do, we're able to do. Going out to practices and traveling to games.
We're doing evals, looking at them, helping them with their rehab protocols.
For me personally, I do a lot of hands-on where I'm speaking with the patients about how they feel, and so I feel like it's a lot of one-on-one interactions.
Knowing that I'm going to go into the clinic every day and I don't know who's going to walk through the door and what their problem's going to be, and that I get to be the one that tells them hey, this is what's wrong, but I can also help you, so here's a solution.
Flow Sports has changed the game. We created the essential destination NCAA fans deserve. Together, Flow College and NCAA conferences, institutions, and teams have taken all collegiate sports to the next level.
Oh my goodness! Back to Jones. She lets it fly from deep, and she buries it. Oh, a wraparound. He's got some speed down the sideline. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
The new collegiate record belongs to Parker Valby.
In front, Stockfish, offload, shot,
Smith taking three. That is crushed.
It's a touchdown.
Monica Sidicic here, and you're watching Old Dog with New Tricks. And this week we are with the TLU volleyball girls. Yeah.
I chose TLU because I like the one-on-one that I get with my professors.
Being able to talk to all the professors one-on-one, they're definitely helpful in deciding like what I can do with my degree and then how to get into those different fields.
I liked the tour of the campus. Like I liked seeing how everything was really close together. Our classes now from like first year and second year are all in the lab, so we have our own like space that we can go to for studying.
Well, I chose TLU because I had met some people who were in the program and they told me some good things about it. It's a smaller school, so I feel like I was going to get more of that one-on-one type of learning.
I get to, be more hands-on with patients and more engaged with my preceptors and my professors and my classmates as well.
As an MAT student, you are an athletic trainer, and I think that's something really cool that we get to experience.
We're pretty hands-on. Anything that like our preceptor asks us to do, like we're able to do. Going out to practices and traveling to games.
We're doing evals, looking at them, helping them with their rehab protocols.
For me personally, I knew a lot of hands-on where I'm speaking with the patients about how they feel, and so I feel like it's a lot of one-on-one interactions.
Knowing that I'm going to go into the clinic every day and I don't know who's going to walk through the door and what their problem's going to be, and that I get to be the one that tells them hey, this is what's wrong, but I can also help you, so here's a solution.
So out of the half, Bulldogs still ahead by 14. And it appears to be the same starters. Whitman trying to challenge. She'll score a 12-point game.
Yeah, exactly what the Celts needed out of halftime, is they have been struggling from the floor. In that second quarter of play, if you look at the numbers, the shooting went down to 26% for the Celts, but it only went up in that second period for the Bulldogs.
Sarah E. Jones with that step-back two-pointer.
That's her shot.
And great response right there. Get it back to 14, settle your team down. Lauren Jones trying to drive off her leg. Great deflection from Perez. Bulldog basketball.
But that's what the best teams do. They're able to answer when it looks like the team that's behind is starting to get some momentum. They don't let them get back into it.
Oh, trap coming. Sansano going. Look at the pace. Goodman trying her best to keep up, but it's not enough. Sorry, Jones has Gallegos Perez. Patient, good turning of the corner, hooks it around. She's fouled.
That one almost went, too, with that flail of the left hand. For you fans that might have missed it in the first half, Lauren Sansano now over career 1,000 points, now sitting at 1,001 points.
That monster three-pointer allowing her to do it. Perez connects on the first.
I know, right into the defender's face, too.
Coach L just frustrated and turned around, but just not surprised. Lane violation on Gallegos, I guess. Not sure. I didn't get a good look at that. I was kind of looking over this way, but that second free throw will be taken away. 41-26, TLU ahead. Gallegos on the ball. Strong bump there. Jones keeps the defender in front. Kick out. Gallegos trying to move her feet. Back tap. Turns into the perfect pass there.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Good defense turned into excellent offense because that was just as good as a pass. Unfortunate for TLU. The defense was there first.
And Gallegos got to fight a little bit harder to not let the defender turn the corner. Perez now will feed it inside. Daviana Jones. Strong drop step. She will score. That one almost rattled out.
Yeah, but that score all predicated off the footwork. She was able to kind of pin her defender in, get that foot over the outside leg of the defender, and that's up and down.
That is right there for Perez. She'll roll around, controls it. Baseball pass. Sansano, she's hammered and won. And Lauren Sansano goes to the ground hard, and she springs right back up.
Yeah, we really got to talk about y'all getting those these mats a little lower, maybe extended, because she slid right into that concrete portion that is just right below the padding. And saw it happen in the men's games, too, so I'm just like, oh, man. A lot of people end up going into the walls here.
Absolutely. And just a little fun fact for you. Kind of underneath the L and about halfway between the T and the U, there's actually like a painted over plyboard.
Is that what she slammed into right now?
She did hit the plyboard, so a little bit softer of a landing.
Yeah, that's good. But
it covers where the old doors used to be.
Oh, okay.
So, Memorial Gymnasium, seen some renovations over the years, and that's one of them. Those hallways didn't used to be there. All that was added. The gym used to stand by itself.
Yeah.
And so... little fun fact
That's
there for
awesome.
you.
What was this thing built? 1976?
No, before then.
Way before then?
Long time ago.
Okay.
I want to say it was in and around the 40s. It's been here a long time.
I believe it.
And then I think the additions came in the 70s.
There you go. That makes sense.
Jones, strong drive, foul called. Daviana Jones, I believe. Just kidding. Sarai Jones.
Yeah.
That will send Whitfield to the line for the Celts.
Texas Lutheran has done a really good job of keeping Amaya Bowie under wraps in this game. Only 3 points scored so far to go along with 3 rebounds for the top scorer coming in for St. Thomas.
The Bulldogs have to continue to battle. You'd like to see her kind of challenge her in isolation like they had been late in the second quarter, and make her pick up that fourth personal. Without Bowie, kind of lose their, spark offensively. But free throw will fall for Whitfield. The Bulldogs will secure it. Long pass. That one bit off the mark. Sansano knows it.
I like that idea, though. Good cut from Jones. The pass just a little overthrown.
Now Bowie into the paint. She'll drive way off. Jones, strong. Whitfield fading away. Bulldog rebound. Bulldogs with numbers. Foul on Alley. Fans behind us not having it.
And I understand when your team's trying to get back into it, you're looking for any little thing that'll give you a possession, but that foul seemed pretty clear cut, and I'm not just saying that as a homer either.
Absolutely. Now Gallegos, little hesitation beating Alley. She'll throw it up there. She gets tripped up. Little throwback. Alley on the drive. 1-2 stop. She'll throw it up there. No good. Sansano with the rebound.
And Alley just hasn't been able to find the stroke here in this game.
And they will slow things down right here. Going to see Bulldogs drive at Bowie. She'll get right by her for the score. And look at that. She's playing defense, trying to steal the inbounds.
And that was old school one-on-one jousting basketball.
And right on the other end, Bowie trying to go.
Oh, but this is how the game used to be played, man. I'd love to see it. Let the superstars take over.
Absolutely. And bad news for Bowie. You know, I will say I'm a homer. It is not going to go well for her. Lauren Sansano will continue to make her pay all night. Now we will see Perez take a chance. Trying to draw that foul. Dump off. No good. Given away. Now Bowie trying to get downhill. She'll drive. Little dump off. That one good. And all of a sudden, back to a 15-point game. Bulldogs ahead 48-33 here. 6:04 in the third.
Yeah, TLU needs to keep the pedal on the metal and not let the Celts get comfortable.
And Jones could have got her own rebound. Ali now will drive, dump off, good pass. Bulldog lead to 13.
This is what I was starting to fear. There's been good distribution of the basketball in the last couple of possessions for the Celts, and their unselfishness is starting to pay off.
Aviana Jones thought about the three-pointer. She'll spin, strong drive, and one. Aviana Jones calming the Bulldogs down.
All about the footwork once again, and it's that spin to the left-hand side for Daviana Jones. Again, the overstretch of the left leg, it locks in the defender's outside foot, and when you do that, the defender can't slide, can't defend, put it right underneath the outstretched arm for the easy two, and now a chance at an old-school three-point play.
So Whitfield picking up the foul there. Daviana Jones knocks that one down. So 51-35.
It's a good cushion right now.
Bowie will bounce out. Alley, she'll shoot it. This one good.
You can't let her get hot. Second three-pointer of the game, first of the second half for Alley.
Started off a bit slow, but
0 of 5, yes.
And we will see Lauren Sansano to the basket. Little wrapping behind the back. Has Jones, can't see her. Good pass. Angel trying to turn the corner. She'll beat her defender. Scooping layup, and it's good.
Get off of her, you hear from the crowd.
And Bulldogs not communicating. Alley almost hit another one. Now Sansano will slow things down here. We will see a bit of an adjustment. Going to look to get the ball inside here. Try and get another foul here. Should set a screen on the backside. Sansano trying to look. Throws it into Jones, and this is the matchup you want right here. Jones spinning. Perez over to the ball.
Foul on Perez, yeah. Unfortunately for unfortunate for TLU, they did have the mismatch that they wanted down low, but Jones not going to make them all. It just percentages. But give credit where credit is due. The St. Thomas team, they started working their way back into it. They knocked down a couple of shots,
As an MAT student, you are an athletic trainer, and I think that's something really cool that we get to experience.
We're pretty hands-on. Anything that our preceptor asks us to do, we're able to do. Going out to practices and traveling to games.
We're doing evals, looking at them, helping them with their rehab protocols.
For me personally, I do a lot of hands-on where I'm speaking with the patients about how they feel, and so I feel like it's a lot of one-on-one interactions.
Knowing that I'm going to go into the clinic every day and I don't know who's going to walk through the door and what their problem's going to be, and that I get to be the one that tells them hey, this is what's wrong, but I can also help you, so here's a solution.
So out of the timeout, it will be St. Thomas ball. Bulldogs still ahead by 15. Kind of looking at the media, Bulldogs shooting 21 for 45 to St. Thomas's 14 for 45. So Bulldogs just leading. And on paper, you know, that's a 14-point difference right there.
The numbers don't lie.
With the 7 field goals, and they're ahead 15. So foul will be there on Callie Perez trying to guard Goodman's drive.
And we've mentioned it throughout this broadcast. I mean, the defense is really predicated the offensive goings of TLU. They've really been able to hamper the shot selection and shot making of St. Thomas. But here in this second half of play here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some more makes than misses are the Celts, except for that free throw there.
And TLU football having some words there. Goodman will make the second. They will stay in that full court pressure. Alley kind of sagging on Jones. Jones should just go here. So 5 seconds. Sano a little wraparound. And Bulldogs looking to slow things down. And Sano should just get to the bucket here and score right around Ali. That one swatted away, but she breaks up underneath the basket, reverse layup. And the determination there of Lauren Sansano in full force.
She makes it look so easy.
And, you know, I've always wondered, Perez strips the ball away. Bulldog transition away from Bowie. Swing. Aviana Jones, Bulldogs will slow things down. But, you know, for someone, you know, not the biggest player, only standing about 5'2" or 3, you know, it's impressive to me how she manages to be everywhere all at once. Daviana Jones, strong rip. No good.
Yeah, because see, there she is on the help.
And
found on Agel for Texas Lutheran. But yeah, I mean, that's what's been most impressive besides just scoring output for Sansano is just been her ability to rebound at her size against the trees.
And does such a great job of that. Brazelton a bit shaken up there. Lauren Sansano got hit pretty hard. Foul was before that.
I mean, I was really scared at the legs, you know, the way that she went in. It was just kind of right at the knees. And with that heavy brace, you know, I'm always just kind of concerned about that.
Baseline drive for the Celts. Little floater, foul called. Daviana Jones. That was St. Thomas's Kenna Gibson, junior guard on the baseline drive. We will see a sub. So Emmy St. Laurent back into the game for the Bulldogs. And now we will see.
Game is really slowing down here in this third quarter. A lot of fouls, a lot of trips to the free throw line for both teams.
St. Thomas kind of returning to playing with that intensity that they had in the first quarter, after kind of letting TLU go on a run there. And, you know, besides, you know, that run there in the second quarter, it's been about even, stayed right at about 15. So kind of the same game flow here. We will see Goodman take a break. That will bring on number 33, Agberdion. And I am so sorry. That is definitely not how you say that one. They didn't give us a pronunciation guide. So Bulldogs into flash. Little back cut Perez, ball screen, St. Laurent. Handoff. St. Laurent, guys, the smaller defender pinned. Jones off the dribble, corner Perez. Little baseline jumper, and that one's good. Now Perez will guard. Breaks that up. Perez picked up for the foul. And good pace there from Bowie. She gets downhill and quick pace and transition, made shot, and she's ready for the ball, ready to race.
Well, as the leading talisman on this team, the one that goes to for all the action, for all the scoring, that's exactly what you expect her to do. And you expect her to come here through at the free throw line because the more points that she puts up, the closer they're going to be to getting back into this game. I mean, they're not too far-fetched out of it as it is, as we're only in the third quarter. And it's 57-43 after both those free throws are made. And you know getting to the free throw line can get you into the groove, and it seems like finally she has finally settled into this game, and that's something that can be very dangerous for TLU.
The Bulldogs need to stay diligent, need to find a way to get her that 4th foul. Now Sansano picks up the foul there. 2 hands from Jada Morris. And that'll be a shooting foul, so bonus here.
Yeah, both teams with 5 team fouls, so with bonus for both teams here.
Sansano making the first. The official trying to explain to Coach L, got her with the forearm, and he just walks off. He doesn't want to listen. And Sansano will make her second free throw, so 59-43 TLU. And hooking pass, incomplete, deflected off Sarai Jones.
You know, when it comes to the hand checking, I know technically illegal, but you can get away with it when you're inside, closer to the paint, but on the perimeter, they're going to call it every time.
And it's so obvious, you know, out there at midcourt, all by yourself. 3-pointer up, Morris, no good. Bulldogs control the rebound, Sansano again.
Yeah.
But it's just really hard to miss.
I think it's just the shot clock they have to reset. But you know what I'm saying, though, about the hand check, right? It's
Absolutely.
Because this game of basketball has evolved and changed throughout the years, and the rules, while they're very familiar, they don't always stay the same. So a lot of the old heads, you know, the old school players, it's like, hey, that hand check, you're able to ride somebody the entire way through. That's how it used to be. But over the years, they've taken away that ability. But you still get a chance to protect your body with the one arm.
Absolutely.
But you can't extend, and you can't swipe on the perimeter. You have to wait for them to come in.
And it's one of those things, it's all about the way they officiated. If
Yeah.
they see 2 hands, you know, it's pretty immediately going to be a foul call. You know, and it used to be, you know, in the days of Allen Iverson and, you know, early 2000s, those tough defenses, you know.
That's what you're talking about.
You
I'm
have
thinking
to
about
listen.
1980s, 1990s basketball here,
you know,
where
I
there
hate-
was just like, oh, no, I'm glued on you like this.
And you hate having to listen to, you know, I always have to listen to my dad. How they used to play defense in the NBA, and they were allowed to use their hands.
It was different, but the dribbling was different
Absolutely.
then, too.
Much different.
And the offensive fouls, the way that you have players going into defenders nowadays, that would have been an offensive foul back
Absolutely.
then. So it has changed a lot.
Completely different game. So Bulldogs back into their Princeton set. Angel trying to take care of it. Gallegos dribble drive. Jones inside to St. Laurent. One dribble, picks it up. Gallegos 3-pointer is good at the end of the shot clock. Now Bowie trying to attack. Kicked out. Bowie, 3-pointer. It's good.
Answered back. And she's ice cold. You can tell nothing. There's no moment too big for her. She's trying to keep her team in it, but right now I just really feel like it's. Are they going to call a timeout? Yes, timeout taken on the sideline to keep possession for TLU. But right now, it just really does seem like it's Amaya Bowie and then everybody else for TLU that's just pouring in points. So it feels like it's 1 against 5 right now.
Absolutely. And, you know, maybe would like to see a change, kind of stop picking her up so far at half court. You know, the Bulldogs really trying to guide her into the paint, but, you know, without Sarai Jones, hadn't had a charge threat down low. And, you know, got to slow her down, keep her out of the lane. Too many paint touches. But I'm sure that'll be something they talk about. Bulldogs still ahead by 14, 62-46. So we will be right back at the end of the timeout.
Good crowd on hand tonight for this one, Chris.
Absolutely, and always fun having the youth in there. You know, that's such a tripping up on my words.
The
But such
youth
a,
in there. That was just you like 8 years ago, man.
I know, but so fun having, those little kids, moments like these on the slip. Sorry, E. Jones. Bulldogs connect on the timeout. Little fist bump there from Schneider and Patterson. They love it.
Yeah, well executed offense on the last 2 possessions for TLU.
And St. Laurent on the rebound. Bulldogs transition now. Angel, but such a formative experience, for those kids, and exciting to have them around.
I think if you are, it doesn't matter what your age is, but you remember being a kid and getting a chance to go see, real live college athletics.
Absolutely. And smoked layup there, and the 4th foul there on Bowie. Frustration foul.
Because I remember being that age, and it was like you go down to the local high school football game, those guys were studs. They were the superstars, But then you go, well, we're going to go watch a college game. It was even more exciting because it's just like, oh, that's what you strive to do. That's what you want to be. You want to compete at this level.
Absolutely. So foul there goes against Bowie. That is her 4th, and that comes before the 4th quarter starts.
Yeah, I mean, both teams in the bonus, and who knows, we might have a couple of Bulldogs that are sitting in that pack right now.
Absolutely. Gallegos connects there on the first.
Could be looking at the next 1,000-point scorer.
Absolutely. Circle the life here at TLU. We've had plenty of Navarro Panthers through the years, and having the hometown kids a big part of it. So shot clock is off. Laura Jones trying to drive on Angel. Gets the angle, tough layup. Now Bulldogs with 5-4. Sansano, she's going to shoot this one herself. And that one off the mark. Wouldn't have been surprised, but things will come to close here at the end of the third. 66 TLU, St. Thomas 48. So Bulldogs going to talk things over, tighten up and try and really close this thing out strong here in the 4th. We will be right back.
Flow Sports has changed the game. We created the essential destination NCAA fans deserve. Together, Flow College and NCAA conferences, institutions, and teams have taken all collegiate sports to the next level.
Oh my goodness! Back to Jones. She lets it fly from deep, and she buries it. Oh, a wraparound. He's got some speed down the sideline. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
The new.
Oh no, she's close. Jones. Yeah, she needs one more rebound. But she needed that last rebound since the half. How are they shooting? Yeah, 66%. I mean, they just keep on getting better. They held them to, well, they shot really well themselves too. They shot 47%, but that's the best they've shot in this game. That's St. Thomas.
So out of the timeout here, Bulldogs with possession. This is a St. Thomas team. Little drive, little Nash dribble around the arc. Gallegos can't score. Offensive rebound, Angel pump fake. Sansano three-pointer, short off the front.
Did you call that a Nash dribble?
Absolutely.
Okay, the terminology has changed over the years. I'm a big Steve Nash fan, so I'm surprised that's what it's called, but that is his move, so it makes sense.
The Bulldogs control the board. And just kind of that looping baseline circle through dribble, that he was so good at. Kind of loop through, look for his forwards. And that's kind of become the terminology to date. So Bulldogs back into Princeton. Jones backdoor. Little face up. She's going to work for that step back. She is fouled.
Like, I have probably a good 15 years on you, but it's like the 90s as a kid were my favorite, but I grew up, playing in the 2000s, so, seeing tons of, all that film, the highlights of the highlights of Nash and Jason Williams.
No, absolutely.
Allen Iverson, Nick Van Axel.
Oh, yeah, the Nuggets, they had some good teams then.
Yeah, man. I mean, old school Carmelo when he could joust one-on-one with anybody in the league. So, never know where the next superstar and how it's going to come, but
Jones goes 1 for 2 on the line, bit strong there after drawing the contact. St. Thomas trying to work downhill, kick it out. Morris will look. She'll probe, trying to get by Gallegos off her foot.
Yeah.
Turnover for the Celts.
It just, when things aren't going, it's like the old adage, when it rains, it pours. And right now, things really haven't been going right. Although I will say they shot the best from the field, has St. Thomas in the last quarter. They shot 47% from the field. But what we noted during the break, the Bulldogs 10 of 15 from the floor for 66% in the third quarter. While St. Thomas was answering the call, they just haven't been able to stop this offensive output from Lawrence Sansano and the rest of the Bulldogs here tonight.
Bulldogs kind of looking, little double down screen action for Gallegos. She'll connect!
Money.
And great execution there on the play. Gallegos kind of running off those double screens. Shot up. Angel fouled with the body.
That was the second three-pointer made here in the second half for Gallegos as they got her open.
I could watch her shoot a basketball all day long.
Yeah,
just
great
textbook
stroke.
form and quick release and able to, move and shoot.
But the
a tough angle like that, that's not an easy thing to do.
But the most important thing for a shooter like that is that they don't hesitate.
Absolutely.
You knew that once she had the ball in her hand, she's going to let it go. And you got to have that confidence. And that's something that can't be taught. You either have it or you don't.
Absolutely.
And I think that's the thing to note about Sansano's game. She never looked shook.
Bulldogs, a little cross screen, down screen action. Sansano, one more. Angel inside. Age tripping up on my words. Too many passes for me to count.
Yeah, not a bad problem to have for the offense, though. And that also tripped up St. Thomas's defense as well. Catch and shoot three on the opposite end just ain't there.
And that was St. Laurent to Jones, short corner, baseline jumper, her spot. So Jones is 2 rebounds away from 500 on her career. Little dump off, Angel to St. Laurent. Emmy can't finish. She's tied up. Out of bounds the other way.
And that's for Sarai Jones, correct?
Correct. So
okay.
Sarai Jones, 2 rebounds away from 500 on her career.
Which we hope to see it before the end of regulation in this game.
Another senior that's just had a stellar career here. Having her best year last year. And exciting stuff here for the Bulldogs. So Angel on Goodman. Not going to give an inch. Dribble drive. Goodman to the basket strong. Good rebound for Jones. So one more now. Angel with some pace. She'll survey into Sansano. Bulldogs going to stay in that dribble drive. Sansano looking to probe.
Yeah, nowhere to go.
Nothing there. Little backdoor. Gallegos tried to draw some contact. Foul not given.
I mean, the spin on that bounce pass to put it in front of the runner, that was excellent work. I mean, it's a little thing, but not everybody can do that.
Absolutely. So we will see Jaden Trevino now for Noe Angel. Trevino, a shooter, hadn't found one tonight, but going to look to add on here for the Bulldogs. And this time, St. Thomas able to turn the corner. Kenna Gibson will score. Basket good. Foul on Jaden Trevino. And now we will see Daviana Jones. And she will take Sarai Jones. Daviana Jones with 15 and 9 right now. 1 rebound away from a double-double. Continuing her streak. And Jones earning, I believe, Defensive Player of the Week. Maybe it was offensive. Please forgive me. But, a week ago, had some really big games last weekend at Laterno. And good stuff all around from the Bulldogs.
And if she could pull down one more rebound, it'll be her third double-double this season. Sansano playing with a double-double in this game. Just to give you an idea, despite being undersized, being able to get those boards, and Sansano is there again.
Now Bulldogs with some numbers. 8, Jones, she'll take a three-pointer. That deflected. Emmy St. Laurent trying to save it. Bodies flying everywhere. Transition, Maya Morris, pass ahead. And this time it is Macy Whitfield with the score. So 72-54, TLU ahead by 18.
I mean, TLU can really take their time with the possessions here down the stretch. They don't have to score early.
And what a drive from Sansano, my goodness.
But I was like, tell that to Sansano. I was like, feel free to take down like 25 seconds off the clock before you get into your set if you like. But, you know, when you're feeling it, you're feeling it.
Little runner there from Gibson. She'll connect. Noe Angel will come back. Coach Patterson not happy with the defense there. Trevino almost turns it over. Sansano will run. Driving. She'll pitch it backwards. Trevino, step back three. Ankle breaker, in and out. Sansano tip. Jones into some contact, trying to score. And foul called on Jones.
I was going to call her Bone Collector, but I wasn't sure what you know about the N1 mixtape tour.
Oh, of course.
Sorry, every time I run into somebody younger than me, I'm just like, what do you know about N1 and the mixtape tour? I got to know. You know about the professor?
Of course. Hard not to. Personal favorite has to be Escalade, though.
Oh, you know. You do know. My man. All right. Yes. Hey, yo. Helicopter Spider. All of them, man.
Uh-huh. Fun stuff. So
Yeah.
Jones will take a break. We will see Sarai Jones back in. Good drive. Angel going to pick up the foul.
Man of the culture, I see.
And that is Noe Angel's third personal foul. And Bowie maybe selling that one there a little bit, but getting to the line, and that's what good players do.
Yeah, but I mean, it really has been her that's been making all the offense besides any misses in transition for this St. Thomas team. They've really struggled to score from the run of play necessarily. You know, like from them setting up the offense and trying to score. Everything has been off of a turnover and like on fast breaks, unless it's come from Bowie there, who's kind of made her own shot more often than not. But give a lot of credit because TLU's defense has been very strong and their offense has been consistent throughout the entire night, knocking down with consistency.
Bulldogs breaking the pressure, turnover there. Gallegos, pass ahead. And this one starting to get a little bit too close for my liking. Bulldogs need to slow down. Trap coming, long pass to Angel. Angel spinning. She'll control it. Sansano all alone. Great choice there to slow things down.
Yeah, I figured that Coach Patterson, I told her.
What? And a little hesitation.
Oh, man, that was great.
Sansano right to the basket. And I believe that is either 29 or 31. I've lost count. But Sansano.
Yeah, man, but so simple, such a simple move, but executed so well, so quick, and turned it on a dime.
As an MAT student, you are an athletic trainer, and I think that's something really cool that we get to experience.
We're pretty hands-on. Anything that like our preceptor asks us to do, like we're able to do. Going out to practices and traveling to games.
We're doing evals, looking at them, helping them with their rehab protocols.
For me personally, I do a lot of hands-on where I'm speaking with the patients about how they feel. And so I feel like it's a lot of one-on-one interactions.
Knowing that I'm going to go into the clinic every day and I don't know who's going to walk through the door and what their problem's going to be.
Out of the timeout, ends up being a St. Thomas score, and it is once again Bowie who gets that whole thing started. And it's only a 15-point lead now, 76-61. So with 4:15 left here in the fourth quarter, still plenty of time for St. Thomas if they can get some stops and scores.
St. Laurent can't finish again. Ball dribbled out of bounds. So St. Laurent will finish. Bulldogs have played every active player on their lineup. A little bit of an injury bug this year for the Bulldogs. And this week, Raimi Medina, I think, got injured at practice. Goodman, three-pointer, short off the front.
Yeah, I believe they only dressed 11 and had 11 available. Right now, you see Gallegos down behind the bench.
Yeah.
Looks like she's
Just a little
getting
bit
assessed.
shaken up, yeah. Gallego's such a warrior, you know. Come back from 2 ACL tears.
Yeah, man, that's
just what a story she's had.
Same leg too, right? Yeah,
Both
dude,
times.
that's brutal. And just to have the wherewithal to fight through that, not just one time but twice, just to compete. And to compete at a high level too after
Absolutely,
that.
and come back and been a huge part of this team. So 13-point game. Sansano will inbound it.
I kind of feel this is the part of the show where Sansano takes over.
Absolutely, and you know, A1 right here is to get Bowie fouled out. Bulldogs need to drive at her. Angel, little give and go. Kick ball on the Celts. Shot clock will reset to 20.
Hey, good call from the official, though, to see it. That was a difficult angle.
Kind of a tough pass and still ended up being complete. Little handoff now to Sansano. Oh, good action. Noe Angel. She overcooks that one.
And sometimes you could be too wide open.
Good drive. Jones breaks that up. Should maybe have been TLU basketball. Maybe could have got away with the foul there, so it will stay with the Celts. It's still a 13-point game here with a few seconds left. Jones falls asleep, but Jones sends that one into the wall.
The bad denial by Sarai Jones.
Jones totally unaware of the backside, but just able to recover. So lobbing inbounds, little handoff to Goodman. Perez there, pokes at it. Perez takes that away. Bulldogs end up with the ball. And now need to see them clear out the floor. Let Sansano foul Bowie out of this one. Bowie pressing up. They will go to Horns instead. Flash, excuse me. Back screen, Jones.
Lackadaisical pass.
And now 11-point game. And the Bulldogs have let St. Thomas kind of back into this one.
I know. I'm wondering when Coach Patterson wants to take a timeout. He might have to take one here. His team's having trouble getting the ball across the timeline. He's going to let him play out of it.
And Coach Patterson very reserved and, you know, trusts this team. And so Sansano now, little jump shot, short, and she will almost rebound it. If that wouldn't have been off TLU, or I mean St. Thomas, she would have grabbed that one. So,
but with 2:22 left, I mean, you can still run down to like 10 seconds on the shot clock before you really have to get into your action.
Jones, strong post move. Sansano, one dribble. She'll float it up there, short. And look at the effort from Sansano to earn the ball back.
Wow. I mean, it's one thing when your best player makes all the bright moves offensively and defensively. It's another thing when they also add the high IQ plays to their arsenal.
And there's Daviana Jones on the inbounds.
And that's an assist for Sansano.
Wow. Just piling it up. So Sansano, 29 is her career high here today. And expect her to score again. Bulldogs trap on the sideline. Jones.
She wants the ball in her hand.
Swings to her.
Can we get a 30-piece here?
And she's going to do it probably at the free throw line. Little baseline screen, slip. Jones, no good. Daviana Jones rebound. It's good.
And there's the double-double.
Absolutely. Well, that is 17 and 10 for her. And it looks like Bulldogs are sporting some 2-3 zone, but Gibson will launch and connect. So 12-point game, minute 25 left to go. Bulldogs can't let up, have to close out strong. And, you know, this is one of those games you just want to be over.
Yeah, but, you know, that's how it goes in this league, especially in their division. And it's just, I think you can argue that the best teams in the SCAC are in this gold division where only the top 3 teams make it to the playoff.
I mean, it's not even really close. Colorado College, us, and McMurray, all at the top. McMurray sporting 2 losses, but only to Colorado and TLU. Tough. And St. Thomas sitting in at 3rd, have to compete. They were supposed to play McMurray this last weekend. Winter weather kept it from happening. The men's teams actually played. Women's teams opted not to. So there will be a makeup there. And,
McMurray, one of those teams that's receiving votes in the top 25 as well.
Absolutely.
So not an easy game to have to make up.
Any one of the 4 kind of at the top of our side, I think would be a threat to win on the other side.
Oh, easily. That's the thing.
And Austin College having a great year, but, still haven't played us, still haven't played Concordia.
Yeah, you wonder how things would turn out.
Absolutely.
And historically, it hasn't necessarily gone their way in the past, but, I'm always surprised sometimes the teams that I've seen over the years that have struggled, they just put it all together one year and then they start to have their little mini dynasty run.
Absolutely. And hopefully that's the case here for TLU. Now Sansano guarded out. She is fouled. That is only the 2nd team foul on the Celts. And, if you're St. Thomas, you probably do want the fouls. You want the count to even up here. Sansano probing, backdoor. Jones doesn't connect. Right idea. Doesn't happen. So 12-point game now. And Bulldogs trying to go.
I would still like to see TLU take more time off the clock offensively so things like that can't happen. It's a single-digit game now. 9-point lead.
Gibson back-to-back for her. And lots of hands. Angel, no eyes. Timeout called by TLU. So 3 on the game shot clock.
My question to you is, with the timeout, where do they get to inbound the ball? Will it become mid-court, or do they have to take it from the baseline still?
I don't know the answer to that. I know the women's game, NCAA allows for the advancing of the ball, but I'm not sure if there's a certain time threshold. So, little fun fact, SID, Bryce Hayes coming up. If Sansano can find one more, it'll be the first 30-point game from a TLU Bulldog since 2017 when it was Cammie Davis. And Cammie Davis a part of some of those really good teams down the stretch there.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like that long ago, but it's almost 10 years ago now.
Absolutely, and on those kind of tail end of the Mel Dixon teams, great players. So Bulldogs now have 3 seconds. They'll get it across, turnover, pass ahead. Goodman will lay it in, so 7-point ball game.
Yeah, coach didn't draw it up like that on the inbound, that's for sure.
But here he will take a timeout to advance the ball. So I'm guessing once you start, you probably can't advance it afterwards.
Yeah, you call the timeout beforehand, you should be able to advance it to midcourt. That makes sense. But, not in the situation that they want to be in after pretty much having this game well in hand throughout the entire contest. Now you have given the Celts a real sign of life here. They've been knocking down threes with aplomb in this 4th period, and they have a lot of momentum on this side. I'm trying to figure out what you would do if you're Texas Lutheran right now. I figure you just put the ball in your hands of Sansano, let her go to work, maybe clear things out, maybe a little pick and roll, but I really feel more confident with having Sansano with the ball in hand and taking this possession that's going to come up for them offensively, taking it down late in the shot clock, because there's a 17-second difference between shot and game clock here.
And I think we're going to see a full 30 in the half court. So I would like to see, Sansano will take the inbounds, but I'd like to see her get the ball back. Hopefully we'll see where the matchup is. But right here, got to get the ball to Perez. Need Bowie to foul out. That will seal things here. Bulldogs in, right back to Sansano.
Let's see if they foul her. Do they foul her? No?
They're going to have to eventually.
Take more time off the clock. 20 seconds on the shot clock, and the foul will come.
There comes the foul.
I think Coach wanted that faster. Yeah, because they have fouls to give. They have 2 more to give.
Still have 2. And it'll reset the shot clock each time. Quick to Sansano. She'll be fouled. That is Bowie's 5th.
So it does happen, like you mentioned. I know, not the way you want to foul out, but she played excellent here today, the Bowie.
Absolutely.
I mean, for at times in this game, she was all they had offensively, and she's the reason they stayed in it. But it's not over yet.
Sansano, they're fouling. Rap! Could have maybe been intentional, but Sansano will go to the line for the chance at 30 points.
How many does she have right now?
29.
29, so looking at 31 possible points.
And first time in almost 10 years. Crazy saying 2017, 10 years ago.
10 years ago, man. I can't
Time
believe that.
flies. We will see a sub, so.
And we're saying that. You can imagine how your parents feel.
Absolutely. So Lauren Sansano. And 90-something% free throw shooter. Never a doubt she was going to miss that one.
I mean, she's the closer for this team.
Connects on both, so 9 points TLU lead, 82-73.
Yeah, this game getting way more interesting down the end than it really had to be.
And she earns the ball back. Look at that.
Jeez, man. She just... There are some people, it doesn't matter height, size, speed, skill, that are just good at playing ball, and she is one of them.
She's just one of those people. And a foul before time comes off. That'll be on Ali.
Yeah, and that will take us to the free throw line. So no time comes off the clock, but there will be an opportunity to push the lead back to double digits for TLU. They do get both free throws.
Aja will miss the first one.
Right now, it's kind of like St. Thomas is the party goer that you invite over that shows up, and as everybody else is clearing out the house, they're the ones that are sticking around, still wanting to talk more.
Absolutely, and
just can't shake them.
Doing their best to give them a swift kick out of the door.
Yeah, it's like, please, let's end this one.
Fading three-pointer, well off.
That might be the last hurrah.
I don't know. They look like they're pretty intent. So got to go to Sansano here. Just quick over-the-top pass right to her.
Yeah, unless this is going to be a quick foul, but I just don't see it happening.
And trying to earn it. Official not calling it. Takes her down. Foul called. And about 7 seconds bled off the clock there. Great clock management from the Bulldogs.
I mean, I give credit to Coach L. I mean, she's really put them in the best position to try to come back and take this one away at the very end. The execution just hasn't gone their way. And, I mean, the playing of Lauren Sansano, her execution going through the roof in this fourth quarter, that's when your best players show up. And she's just been as good as advertised, phenomenal in this game.
And there's 33 for her. And, a lot of credit to Coach L. The St. Thomas program was absolutely abysmal. Morris will make the last second three. They will not foul again, so 85-76, your final.
Great game,
though. But a program, that has really gone from the ground up.
Mm-hmm.
So much credit to them. Going to their place is not going to be an easy matchup for the Bulldogs.
No, that they have them well scouted. They really figured things out in the second half for for the Celts against TLU, but Sansano, 31 points in this game, just too strong. Daviana Jones with the double-double in this game. And, really good team effort. They shot the basketball really well from the floor, both inside and outside for TLU, and really were just able to totally confuse the offensive output for the first three quarters for the St. Thomas side.
And so, great ball game coming to a close. TLU 85. St. Thomas 76, and what a good win here for the Bulldogs today. So, it's been great calling with you.
Pleasure working with you too.
Absolutely. And always exciting to see the Bulldogs get a win. So with that, we will go ahead and sign off. Thanks for tuning in, Bulldog Nation. We will see you back tomorrow.
I mean, whenever you need somebody, I'm more than happy to come by.
Hey,
when I'm available.
you're in our system now, so anytime I need somebody, I can reach out to you. And once they get that process, we can probably do Monday.
Okay.
Payment and stuff be easy.
Okay, great. You can just send like a check or how's that work here? I didn't give you any other information besides that.
If you want to send me an invoice, you can. I can do the invoice and pay. I got your address and everything on the W9, so that should be plain and simple.
Whatever easiest for y'all. Yeah, everybody's been changing on me. Some places I send an invoice, some places they want me to fill out something like that same day. And
We're so old.